Purple water in a bowl with some air can only mean one thing. It's not my 3-year-old daughter thinks that I'm making a load of my waddy for her. Yeah, it's a fish or two I want to get out today with some secondary bacteria infection, so I just want to get it cleared up. Jumped out of the pond a couple of months back now at this stage, and it just hasn't really cleared, so get him in this and try and get him back right. Hope everyone out there is enjoying this beautiful weather we're having. It's meant to get up into the 30 degrees this weekend. It's probably the same in England come Sunday, Monday. I think the record in Ireland was 33 degrees over 100 years ago, and it's meant to beat that on Monday. So I used to keep my oxygen on just at night time, come on at 8 o'clock at night and be on at 8 o'clock in the morning. I now have it switched on 24/7 for the foreseeable future. I was getting plenty of oxygen from the Nexus, but this just gives them a bit more. Yeah, we'll go have a look at the koi. Yeah, they're doing all right, except there's two I'm going to have to take out today. Just I want to give them another PP bath. They've got 2 marks on their sides, and it's not healing. It's not getting any worse, but they're not healing. It's been like that for a few weeks. And I've had these 2 koi out on 2, 3 occasions, just rubbing down with Tamidine and that, and it's just staying the same. So I want to make sure there's nothing growing underneath the scales, just to get them in a PP and get them back into the pond. Yeah, sure, we go have a look at the fish. Yeah, so the fish, they're probably give them a handful about 6-7 times a day, and it's gone in about 2 or 3 minutes. So they're all eating, they're all growing. There's one of the kahaku I want to get out. Just a little mark on its side, and it's just not getting any better, but not getting worse. And the other one is a little yambuki, not that one, a little smaller yambuki. Has a mark on its side for a couple of weeks now, and it's just staying the same. So I just want to get it out, and I've had them out. I've treated them, but it doesn't seem to be working. So I'm just going to give them a little PP bath. And while I have them out, I'm also going to do a little scrape on them, because from time to time there is a bit of flashing going on. Nothing major, but you see everyone's having trouble with parasite flukes and that at the moment. So just get them out and have a look. Fish are eating great. They're packing on the size. There's a little Ginrin Benny guy I got a couple of weeks ago. Absolutely beautiful. Nearly won the first up for food, so yeah, delighted with it. Yeah, sure, I'll get these 2 fish out and we'll have a look. I see a lot of people have a problem with PP, but I personally think it's great. It's great for any sort of bacterial, any sort of infections. It's obviously great for trick. You just make sure your measurements are right, and preparation. Yeah, so before I get these lads out, I have that bubbling away probably for the last half an hour. The dosage I use for a bath is 1 gram per 10 litres. And I weigh that out on a gram sensitive scale. That's back in one of my videos before, where I went through a little bit more in depth. And also a bit of pond water to take them out of it and get them freshened up before put back in the pond. Yeah, so I'll get them out. I'll get them in the blue bowl first, get a scrape, then get them in the PP. Yeah, so here's the first fish, Yamabuki Ogun Tosai. Yeah, beautiful fish, but again, it's just mark on the side. It's just not clearing. It's still staying red no matter what I do. Missing a few scales there. You can see it there. Yeah, so before I get him into the PP bath, I'm just going to take a scrape while I have him out. I'll take the scrape, check it out in the microscope, and then put him in the PP. I won't put him in the PP until I have the scrape done and he's ready to be looked at, because with PP you have to keep an eye on it. It's only for 5 minutes. Keep an eye on it, because we could start to take a turn, go belly up. So you want to time it with a stopwatch and take him out if you see any sort of stress. For getting a scrape, some people say to sedate them, but I heard that you shouldn't really sedate them, because you can also sedate the parasite, and there'd be less movement on the scope and it'd be harder to see. So what I do is just lift them out to the side, let them calm down a bit. Just a quick scrape on the side. Whoa. It's easier with bigger fish. Along the belly. And there you go, plenty of mucus. Then what I do is I put it on a slide. Just scrape it in the middle so it's easier to come off. There you can see it. Give it a little slide cap just to break it up a bit. A little drop of pond water. Then just to break it up a bit. And there you go, scrape ready. Yeah, so the microscope I have is an Apex Practitioner. Does the job, you know. You see trick, Costia fluke on it, which white spot. Does what it says in the tin. It's everything you need for it to see. Yeah, it's a good piece of kit. And it also has automatic for moving the slide, which is very easy. You're not messing around with your hands, so yeah, good microscope, would definitely recommend it. Yeah, so the scrape on the Yamabuki was clear, which I'm happy about. So I'm going to get him in this for 5 minutes. So I have the stopwatch here. As soon as he goes in, it be timed. Yeah, so the main thing is just to keep an eye on him. He's going to be under pressure, but just make sure he doesn't start going belly up and everything like that. And 5 minutes, take him out, leave him in the blue bowl. If he comes back to life, then put him back in the pond. Catch it out when it's done. Yeah, so he's out now. He was in it for just over 5 minutes. And you can see with the PP, it really does get into any wounds or anything like that. You can see it going brown. Yeah, so he's not doing the best, but give him a few minutes in the bowl and I'll get him in the pond and he'll be good to go. Yeah, so I'll get him back in the pond and I'll get out Kohaku. This is the Kohaku. I had him out. Like, he's putting on weight, he's putting on size, eating and everything. You just can't get to you see it now. The side of him. It's not as red as it was or standing out to me, but it's still not. Yeah, it's still not right. So yeah, you can see it there. It's not gone through the skin, but it's not closing up like I'd like. Yeah, you can kind of see him there, and he's missing a few scales. So I'm going to get him in, and he's got another mark, on this other side of him as well. So yeah, it's just that one fish in every pond that never fully heals. Absolutely beautiful fish from Okawa as well. So yeah, try and get him right. Yeah, sure, I'll get him in the PP. So he's in the PP now, about 3 minutes. I'll leave him in for about 6 minutes. Did a scrape on him as well. I found one dead fluke. There's nothing really to worry about. Nothing else moving on the scale, on the slide. Just one dead fluke. So it's not enough for me to think I need to treat. Just keep an eye on it. Just keep an eye on to see if the splashing continues or if it gets any worse. Maybe get another 1 or 2 out and have a look. I'm sure I'll hit this guy another few minutes in here and I'll get him back into the blue ball. Yeah, so I had him in the PP for about 6 minutes. Yeah, you can see the way the PP goes real brown and any sort of wounds or anything like that on them. And it's down around that side there. Yeah, so hopefully that does the job and we'll get them out in a few days. But I'm actually going to do now is give them a few minutes there just to recover from the PP. I'm actually going to sedate them just to get them out and clear up. Not that wound, there's a little bit of a wound there. Just don't want to turn it into a full ulcer, just to put a bit of top coat on that there. Yeah, so I'm going to sedate him, get him out, get that done and get him back in the pond. The sedate I use is Kycam, just follow the instructions on the back. And I'm going to use Kasuri top coat and some powder, just to cover it up a bit. Yeah, beautiful Kohaku, so hopefully I can get this guy finally right. There's always one in the pond that just takes longer than the rest of them. It's not a bother on the others, just this guy. Just always like it, but again, eating, lovely body shape, so hopefully it makes a turnaround. Yeah, so he's out there. Just going to dry the area first. I don't really have to use any Tambidine or anything like that because he was in the PP, so basically does the same job. Yeah, so just dry the area. I use this Kasuri top coat and some cotton buds just to put it around kind of, I'm not going to do the whole thing, just where there's no scales. And then you do a few coats or yace of powder. Rub that in. And more top coat, the sealer. More powder, just a couple of layers of each. Just to give it some time to heal underneath it. And just another layer of top coat sealer. Let that dry for a minute and get him into the pond under oxygen. Yeah, so you can see it there, there's a few different layers just to protect it from any, just to give it time to heal. So I'll check him out in a few weeks and see if he's done any better. Now get him in the pond. Yeah, so this is the next morning. Can't really see it there with the glare, but all the fish are doing well. Yeah, again, hopefully the Kohaku clears up. As I was saying in the beginning of the video, it's not a bacterial problem, it's a secondary bacteria. He jumped out of the pond. He jumped out of the pond there a couple of months ago. He was out of the pond for maybe 15 minutes, got him back in. So it's just trying to get a heal from there. So it's nothing I'm worried about the pond, it's just solely on that fish. Yeah, but hopefully we get him right. Yeah, I'm nearly on 100 subscribers, on 95 or something, so yeah, hopefully I'll get to 100 soon enough. Thanks a million for watching. Give it a like and a subscribe if you're not. Thank you.